Okay, if I ask about the earliest thing you can remember, I will bet for most of you, your earliest memory would be about from age 3, right? Well, that's true for most adults. We can't remember anything that happened before age of 3. And this phenomenon is so widespread and well documented, it has a name. It's called child amnesia, and it was first documented in 1893. As I said, this phenomenon refers to adults not being able to remember the childhood incidents. It's not the children trying to remember this phenomenon, even events from last month or last years. Of course, it follows that if you can't remember incidents as your child, you probably won't remember as an adult. Okay, so why is this? What is the reason for child amnesia? Well, once a popular explanation was that the childhood memories are repressed and the memories are disturbing, so that is adult we keep them in barricade. And so we can recall them, and that is based on, well, it's not based on the kind of self-research in the lab testing we want to talk about today. So let's put that explanation aside and concentrate on just two, okay? It could be that as children we do form memories of things prior to age of 3, but forget as we grow older. Let's one explanation. Another possibility is that children younger than 3 lack some cognitive capacity for memory. And that idea that children are unable to form memories uh, has been the dominant belief in psychology for the past 100 years. And this idea is very much tied to things, the theory of Jean Piaget and also language development in children. So Piaget's theory of cognitive development. Piaget suggested that because they don't have language, children younger than 18 to 24 months live in the here and now, that is, they lack the means to symbolically represent objects and events that will not physically presented. Everybody get that? Piaget proposed that the young children don't have a way to represent things that aren't right in front of them. That's what language does, right? Piaget proposed that young children don't have a way to represent things that aren't right in front of them. That's what language does, right? What represent things, ideas. Once language started to develop about age 2, they do has a system for symbolic representation and can talk about things which are not and in their immediate environment, including the past. Of course, he didn't claim that the infants don't have any sort of memory. It's acknowledged that they can recognize some stimuli like faces, and for many years this model were very much in favor in psychology, even though young children under the age of 2 do have the capacity for recall. Now, if we children cannot talk, how was the recall tested? Well, that's a good question, since the capacity for recall has always been linked with the ability to talk. So the researchers set up an experiment using imitation-based tasks. The adults use prior purple toys or other objects to demonstrate actions that has two steps. The children were asked to imitate the steps immediately and then here again after after rise of or months. And even after delay, um, the children couldn't call or replicate the action as the objects they use, and the step involved and the order of the steps. Even children young as 9 months now, tests showed that there was a faster way to forgetting among the youngest children, but most importantly, it shows that the development of recall did not depend on language development. And that was the important finding. I guess I should add that the finding don't say that there is no connection between the development of language and memory. There are some evidences that are being able to talk about the events that lead to having a strong memory of that event. But that does not seem the real issue here. So back to our question about the cause of the childhood amnesia. Well, there is something called the rate of forgetting, and childhood amnesia may reflect high rate of forgetting. In other words, children under the age of 3 do form memory and do so without language, but they forget the memories at a fast rate, probably faster than adults do. Research has set the standards, sort of unexpected rate of forgetting, but that expected rate was set based on the test done on the adults. So what is the rate of forgetting for children under the age of 3? We expect it to be high, but the test disproved these really haven't been done yet.